Earth might feel familiar, but venture to its furthest reaches, and you'll realize we barely understand this planet. From deep ocean abysses hiding ancient creatures to eerie, ice-covered landscapes with unexplainable phenomena, the edges of our world hold secrets that defy logic. Scientists, explorers, and even satellites have stumbled upon places that don't seem to play by the rules. Vanishing islands, bottomless lakes, and lightning storms that never end. These aren't just pretty landscapes or travel destinations. Some of these places challenge what we think we know about physics, history, and even life itself. Are these just quirks of nature, or do they hint at something bigger, something we're not meant to understand? Strap in, because we're about to explore 15 of the most shocking mysteries lurking at the edge of the Earth. Some will fascinate you, others might creep you out, but all of them will leave you questioning what's truly possible. Let's begin. Number 15. The Doomsday Glacier. Glaciers are supposed to move slowly, but Thwaites Glacier in Antarctica is collapsing at an alarming rate. Scientists call it the Doomsday Glacier because if it fully melts, sea levels could rise by over 10 feet, swallowing cities along coastlines. But that's not even the strangest part. In 2023, researchers sent a robot beneath Thwaites for the first time. What they found was terrifying. Instead of a slow melt, they saw massive underground rivers of warm water cutting through the ice, speeding up the collapse. Even weirder? Alien-like creatures were living in total darkness under the glacier, thriving in conditions that should be uninhabitable. The real mystery isn't just how fast it's melting, but why it's breaking apart in ways no one predicted. Could an unknown force be accelerating the destruction? Some researchers think hidden volcanic activity could be at play. One thing's certain: whatever is happening under Thwaites, the world needs to pay attention. Number 14. The Blood Falls. Imagine trekking across the endless white ice of Antarctica, only to stumble upon a waterfall of blood seeping from a glacier. It sounds like a horror movie, but Blood Falls is 100% real. For years, scientists had no clue why bright red liquid was oozing from the ice. Some thought it was algae, others believed it was iron rusting beneath the glacier. The truth? Even weirder. This blood comes from an ancient, oxygen-free lake buried deep below, untouched for millions of years. The water is rich in iron and salt, creating an eerie red color when exposed to air. But here's the kicker. Microbes are alive in this underground lake, surviving without sunlight or oxygen. Scientists think this could be the closest thing to alien life we'll ever find on Earth. If these microbes can exist in extreme conditions here, could similar organisms be thriving on Mars or Europa? Blood Falls might be more than a creepy sight. It could be a glimpse into life beyond our planet. Number 13. Point Nemo. If you ever wanted to escape civilization, you couldn't pick a better spot than Point Nemo because it's the farthest place from any landmass on Earth. Sitting in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean, Point Nemo is so remote that the closest humans to it are usually astronauts aboard the International Space Station. But this lonely spot isn't just known for its isolation. It's also where NASA crashes its old satellites and space debris. Dubbed the Spacecraft Cemetery, countless satellites and even parts of space stations have been sent to their watery graves here. And here's where things get eerie. In 1997, researchers detected an ultra-low frequency sound near Point Nemo. It was louder than a blue whale but didn't match any known creature or geological event. Scientists named it the Bloop, but to this day, no one knows what caused it. Was it an unknown sea creature or something else lurking at the farthest edge of the planet? Number 12. The Lost City of Yonaguni. Off the coast of Japan lies a massive sunken structure, complete with terraces, staircases, and right-angled walls. Some believe this is a 12,000-year-old lost city, buried beneath the ocean long before history was even recorded. Discovered in 1986, the Yonaguni monument has divided experts for years. Some insist it's a natural rock formation, shaped by centuries of underwater currents. But others point to its precisely cut steps and symmetrical design, arguing that it could be evidence of a lost pre-Ice Age civilization. If the structure is man-made, it would rewrite human history, proving that an advanced culture existed long before the pyramids of Egypt or Mesopotamian cities. Could Yonaguni be part of an unknown Atlantis-like civilization that was swallowed by rising sea levels? Or is nature just messing with us, carving rock formations that look eerily artificial? Either way, the ocean might be hiding more history than we realize. Number 11. The fairy circles of Namibia. Scattered across the Namib Desert are thousands of perfectly round, barren patches of land, forming an eerie polka dot pattern that stretches for miles. Known as fairy circles, these formations have baffled scientists for decades. Are they the work of aliens? A secret message from an ancient civilization? No one knows for sure. There are two competing theories. One suggests that underground termite colonies create these circles by clearing vegetation to trap moisture. The other claims that plants self-organize due to extreme desert conditions, spacing themselves in a way that helps them survive. But here's the problem. Neither explanation fully holds up. The circles appear in places without termites, and the plant theory doesn't explain their perfect round shape. Even with all our technology, scientists can't explain why these circles form so precisely, or why they disappear and reappear in different locations. Whatever the cause, the Namib Desert's fairy circles remain one of nature's most unsolved mysteries. Number 10. The Batagaika Crater. Deep in Siberia, a giant crater is growing at an alarming rate. Locals call it the doorway to the underworld, and honestly, it looks the part. The Batagaika Crater is a mile-long gash in the Earth, formed by the rapid collapse of permafrost due to climate change. But here's where it gets truly unsettling. As the crater expands, it's uncovering ancient fossils, Ice Age forests, and even preserved remains of prehistoric animals. Scientists believe this could be one of the biggest environmental time capsules ever discovered. But there's a darker theory. Some believe the crater's rapid growth is unleashing trapped greenhouse gases, potentially accelerating climate change even further. Could this gaping wound in the Earth be a warning sign of what's coming? One thing's for sure. The deeper it gets, the more secrets it seems to reveal. Number 9. The upside-down river of Cenote Angelita. Deep in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, there's a river that flows beneath the ocean. No, this isn't a sci-fi movie. This is Cenote Angelita, one of the most surreal diving locations on Earth. At first glance, it looks like a typical underwater cave. But dive deeper, and you'll see something unbelievable. A murky river, complete with mist and trees, running along the cave floor. This eerie illusion is caused by a halocline, where fresh and salt water meet but don't mix. The heavier salt water sits beneath the fresh water, creating a visible separation that mimics a flowing river. What makes this phenomenon even spookier? The river is toxic, filled with hydrogen sulfide that can be deadly in high concentrations. It's like an entire ghostly ecosystem beneath the waves, frozen in time. Some divers describe the experience as feeling like they've entered another world, where the laws of nature seem to bend and reality itself feels off. Number 8. The sunken island of Bermeja. For centuries, maps of the Gulf of Mexico included Bermeja Island, a tiny stretch of land that was once a strategic landmark for sailors and cartographers. But in modern times, it's completely vanished. When researchers went looking for Bermeja, they found nothing but open water. Satellite images? Nothing. Seafloor scans? Still nothing. So what happened to this island? Some theories say it sank due to rising sea levels or was wiped out by an earthquake. Others believe something far stranger, that Bermeja never existed in the first place and was either a mapping error or a deliberate hoax? The most conspiracy-laden theory? Some suspect Bermeja was intentionally erased to manipulate maritime boundaries for oil-rich waters. With billions of dollars at stake, could someone have made an entire island disappear for political gain? Either way, Bermeja remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the modern map. Number 7. The magnetic anomaly of the South Atlantic. There's a mysterious weak spot in Earth's magnetic field, stretching over the South Atlantic Ocean, and no one really knows why it's there. This anomaly is so extreme that satellites passing through it glitch out, experience radiation spikes, and sometimes even shut down completely. Some researchers believe this cosmic Bermuda Triangle is caused by shifts in Earth's magnetic core, but there's still a lot we don't understand. The strangest part? It's growing. Over the past few decades, the South Atlantic anomaly has been expanding, putting more satellites and electronic systems at risk. But here's where it gets weirder. Scientists believe that Earth's magnetic field could be reversing, flipping the North and South poles over thousands of years. Could this anomaly be the beginning of a global magnetic shift? If so, the consequences could be massive, from disrupting animal migrations to shutting down power grids worldwide. Whatever's happening, we're flying blind into one of Earth's biggest mysteries. Number 6. The eternal storm of Catatumbo. Most storms pass in a few hours, maybe a few days. But over Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela, lightning never stops. 300 nights a year, for up to 10 hours a night, this place gets struck by lightning at a ridiculous rate, sometimes over 280 times per hour. Nicknamed the Everlasting Storm, this phenomenon is fueled by moist air from the Caribbean colliding with cold mountain winds, creating the perfect storm conditions every single night. It's so consistent that sailors once used it as a natural lighthouse. Even stranger, this storm produces so much electrical activity that it helps restore Earth's ozone layer. Scientists have studied it for years, yet no other place on Earth has such a relentless storm. Could there be an unknown energy source driving this endless lightning? Some even believe the area sits on a natural electromagnetic hotspot. Whatever the reason, Catatumbo remains the world's most dramatic light show. Number 5. Antarctica's hidden lakes. Antarctica is already a frozen mystery, but what's underneath the ice? A hidden network of massive lakes and rivers completely cut off from the surface for millions of years. The largest, Lake Vostok, is buried beneath 2.5 miles of ice and has remained untouched for at least 15 million years. When scientists finally drilled into it, they found life thriving in total darkness, without sunlight or fresh air. These bacteria and microorganisms have been evolving in isolation for longer than human civilization has existed. The real kicker? Some researchers believe even larger lakes remain undiscovered, potentially holding unknown species. Why does this matter? Because Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Enceladus have similar conditions: frozen surfaces with liquid water beneath. If life can survive under Antarctica's ice, it could survive on alien worlds too. Could Antarctica hold the key to discovering extraterrestrial life? Number 4. The mysterious sound of the bloop. In 1997, hydrophones deep in the Pacific Ocean picked up a sound unlike anything ever recorded. It was louder than a blue whale, stretching across thousands of miles, and no one had any idea where it came from. Scientists called it the Bloop. Theories exploded. Was it an undiscovered sea creature, a massive iceberg breaking apart, or even something unnatural lurking in the ocean depths? The sound was so powerful that if it was an animal, it would have to be bigger than any known species. Eventually, researchers leaned toward the icequake theory, claiming it was caused by ice shifting deep underwater. But some still aren't convinced. After all, 95% of the ocean remains unexplored, and deep-sea trenches could be hiding giant, unknown creatures. Could the bloop be evidence of a hidden leviathan? Or was it just a fluke of nature? Number 3. The hollow earth theory. Ancient myths and conspiracy theories alike suggest that Earth isn't solid. Instead, there's an entire hidden civilization living inside it. This idea, known as the hollow earth theory, has been around for centuries, with explorers claiming to have found mysterious cave systems, lost cities, and underground tunnels leading to another world. While modern science dismisses the idea as impossible, some bizarre discoveries fuel speculation. Massive cave systems hundreds of miles long have been found across the planet, some big enough to hold entire ecosystems. Deep underground, scientists have even detected strange seismic activity, as if something massive is moving beneath the surface. One of the weirdest claims? Some believe that the entrance to the hollow earth is in Antarctica, where strange temperature shifts and satellite anomalies have been recorded. Is this just a myth? Or could there be something hiding beneath our feet? Number 2. The forbidden island of North Sentinel. Deep in the Indian Ocean, North Sentinel Island is a place frozen in time. It is home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth, people who have lived in complete isolation for tens of thousands of years. Anyone who tries to approach the island is met with deadly force. The Indian government has banned all outsiders from stepping foot on the island, fearing not only for outsiders' safety, but also to protect the Sentinelese from modern diseases that could wipe them out. The little we know about them comes from brief aerial surveys. They have no known agriculture, no contact with the outside world, and still use tools made of stone. What makes this even more mysterious? We have no idea where they originally came from or how they survived without outside influence for so long. North Sentinel remains an untouchable mystery. Number 1. The mysterious black hole of the Arctic. Beneath the thick ice sheets of Greenland, scientists have discovered something that defies explanation. A massive crater over 19 miles wide, buried deep beneath the frozen surface. The shocking part? This impact site is relatively young, possibly formed within the last 12,000 years, meaning it might have struck Earth during the last ice age. But here's where things get really weird. The crater, believed to be from a huge asteroid, is still giving off strange magnetic signals, and researchers aren't sure why. Some believe it could be the remnants of an ultra-dense space object, while others suspect it could be tied to mysterious fluctuations in Earth's magnetic field. Even more unsettling? Some researchers claim this impact event could have caused massive climate shifts, possibly wiping out prehistoric civilizations. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.